Welcome everyone to the Virtual Cultural Expressions Festival. Bienvenue tous au Festival d'expression culturelle virtuelle. The Cultural Expressions Festival is coordinated by the Multicultural Association of Fredericton in partnership with Fredericton's ethnocultural groups. Le Festival d'expression culturelle est coordonné par l'Association multiculturelle de Fredericton à l'aide des groupes ethnoculturels de Fredericton. With this year's theme, We Are Stronger Together, the festival is offering a series of fun virtual activities from diverse cultures up until July 1st. Le thème de cette année est Nous sommes ensemble, nous irons plus loin. Le festival va offrir une série d'activités virtuelles préparées par diverses cultures jusqu'au 1er juillet. Today, it's Canadian Multiculturalism Day. We are offering a series of multicultural events throughout the day. Aujourd'hui, c'est le jour du multiculturalisme canadien. On va offrir des séries d'événements multiculturels toute la journée. A special thanks to our funders who made this festival possible, including the Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, Canadian Heritage, Nouveau-Brunswick Post-Secondary Education, Training and Labor, City of Fredericton, and Downtown Fredericton. Nous aimons remercier nos fondeurs qui ont rendu ce festival possible. Y inclut l'éducation postsecondaire de formation et de travail, Immigration, Réfugiés et Citoyenneté Canada, Ville de Fredericton, Downtown Fredericton et Patrimoine canadien. Thanks to our funders and partners, we are able to offer these online activities this year instead of canceling the festival due to current situations. That's why we set the theme as We Are Stronger Together. Grâce à nos fondeurs et aux partenaires, nous avons la chance d'offrir ces activités en ligne au lieu d'annuler le festival à cause de la situation actuelle. C'est pourquoi on a changé le thème à Nous sommes ensemble, nous irons plus loin. Now, let's welcome Kazi and Toma from the Bangladeshi Canadian Association of New Brunswick. They will present highlights of history and culture of Bangladesh and Bangladeshi community in New Brunswick. Maintenant, accueillons Kazi et Toma de l'Association bangladaise canadienne du Nouveau-Brunswick. Ils présenteront des faits importants de l'histoire et de la culture du Bangladesh et de la communauté bangladaise du Nouveau-Brunswick.
Hello everyone, this is Kazi and this is Toma.
This is Toma.
Hi, we are here from Bangladeshi Canadian Association of Fredericton, BCENB, and we are here today to present about Bangladesh, and this is our great opportunity to welcome you all to the session that's from Bay of Bengal to Fundy. And we are really thankful to Multicultural Association of Fredericton for inviting us today to present this, and from the community, we express our deep felt gratitude and congratulations everyone on the Multicultural Day of Canada. Thank you very much, everyone. So let's take it like this way. So we'll talk about Bangladeshi culture, our society, our heritage, right? So Toma, can you please tell me something about Bangladesh and how this journey has started, starting from the Bangladeshi culture, folk, and things like that. So let's start our conversation. So we'd like to share the screen and where we can see a little bit of our discussion today on the Bangladeshi culture, and that will be great to have this presentation, and we'll discuss, and at the end of the day we'll see how we have moved on so far. So let's start the journey from Bay of Bengal to Fundy.
Thank you, Kazi. Have a very good afternoon, everyone. And in Bangla, I must say, Shubho Aparanno.
Shubho Aparanno.
So we are here to present our culture and everything. In fact, the cross-cultural activities and the diversity of our culture and the matching with your culture. So I must start from the folk of our culture, because that is the root, in fact. So the folk culture or the literature of Bangladesh has multifaceted folk heritage. And very amazingly, that just heritages from orally, that started orally, generation by generation, and it still prevails over there. So the subject in those literature is ancient enmities, Buddhist, Hindu, Muslim roots, and all other local and social groups are there. It has evolved over centuries and encompasses the cultural diversity of several social groups of the country. But it is not rooted just there. as we are going to discuss on our folk culture, folk song that's just consists of folk song, folk dance, folk art, and folk literature. All these are almost common to any peasant society. Oh, that reminds me, Bangladesh is the biggest delta on Bay of Bengal. So this is a riverine country, and our basic civilization raised from that river of Brahmaputra, and that is the civilization of Brahmaputra. From that pottery time and from that soil raises our basic culture, and we have their touches and essences in the ballads, those we say the Gitika in our folk culture. So our art are the very basic of the peasant society and peasant community, which is common to any peasant society along the Europe, Asia, Africa, and other continents. Thank you.
So Bengali, the International Mother Language Movement, as you all know, 21st February 1952. So this is our national language of Bangladesh, Bangla, and the users are 250 million native speakers. And it's ranked as the 7th most spoken language in the world by the total number of native speakers. So let's have a look at the folk songs as Toma wants to share something.
So these folk songs are very much in our heart, and these came from our all emotional attachment uh, and our social gathering, our emotions, our socialization, everything is there. So Bangladesh is very rich in traditional folk songs with lyrics rooted in vibrant tradition and spirituality as well. So we have the lyrical folk songs by Abdul Alim from the poetry of Joshimuddin. He was our rural poet. From Nozrul Islam for the Kirtan and Ghazal, from Rabindranath Tagore for the adoration and what we say the devotional song, and as well Shah Abdul Karim, Lalon, then the Hasan Raza for the Sufism and the spiritual sounds of Bangladeshi people. And here we present the folk art of Bangladesh that consists of a large variety. Here are some of them. At the top left, you see a lady with a basket. This is a pot chitra. Pot chitra is a thing that the rural people paint on their hut wall, their cottage wall, with the natural dyes they collected from the nature. Uh, from the natural colors, and this is almost common to any peasant society, as I said before, in Europe, in India, in Africa, everywhere. Then just the bottom middle, it is nokshi katha, that is the stitching, what we can say the quilt. So in our rural people, they make the quilt from old clothes. They just layer the clothes, and to fix those layer up very perfectly, they just stitch on it. When they stitch, mostly Bangladeshi rural culture, and this uh, arts depends on the women. So whenever they stitch on it, they just stitch their mind on
Right,
it
exactly.
with their
The
emotions.
stories, they're all
Yeah,
stories,
all
right?
the stories. And here you see some ladies, they are busy with buying glass bangles. That is another very much colorful and very lovely tradition of our country. And
Absolutely.
at the bottom of right, that is the rickshaw paint. And people in our country, the rickshaw means the three-wheeler, which is a very common vehicle in our land, because our land is not that plain. Sometimes this is plain and the rickshaw goes very well. Where this is not plain, there they use the rickshaw in another form. But they used to paint it with colorfully, as this is a part of their entertainment as well.
Yeah.
At the bottom right, at the top right, that is the presentation of a goldsmith. This is called the Rani Har. Har means the necklace and it's from the queen. So this intricate art piece came from that emotion and the gorgeousness. So they have Chandrahar, they have Shita Har, all these names came
Really?
from these names came from the tradition, from the religious perspective, and from our rich heritage of emperors.
Okay, that's great.
And at the middle, right, that is called pita, simply rice cake. But they make it this much presentable and designed just to impress their guests. So in
Yeah.
hospitality, Bangladesh is also very much well known. And finally, the artisan's craft, those are from bamboo or the raw things
Yep.
available around.
Great. Let's
Kazi?
have a look at more on the dancing and styles as well.
Yeah, so you know the puppet show at the
Top right corner.
top right corner? That is the puppet show, which we say the Putul Nach. Oh, that is awesome. And just at the bottom, that is called the Manipuri. Manipuri is a traditional cultural dance that's rooted in northern side of India and came to our land as well. This is the live of the puppet show, I must say.
And what's that in the middle?
And at just the big one, that is the Shautali Singh. This is another traditional and tribal dance prevail in Bangladesh. But we Bangladeshis has already diverse all these traditional and single-rooted dance forms to other forms like Thali dance, like Lathi dance. They used to fight with Lathi, the sticks, and they dance with that. And the lyrical ballads are also there with rich story.
Really?
Yes, the Baul dance, then the Gambhira, it came from the Muslim one. A grandfather and his grandchild used to do this,
Wow.
and so on.
Great. So let's have a look at those races and things like that.
Yeah.
The very traditional.
The
Toma.
best part of our folk literature and culture is the folk games and sports. People are not busy with their thinking for song or the dancing or the other. They also do sports and activities like the boat race at the left. Then the Lathi Khala, I said, this is the fight and they can dance with it as well as entertainment. And at the right, this is the Kabaddi. Kabaddi is the national game of our country, and they just took it from this soil to the globe, and they always win the gold and the ultimately very much honors in this Kabaddi game. Thank you.
Yeah, and do you know, we the Bangladeshis played the first snow kabaddi here in Fredericton. In
Really?
UNB. Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that
in
sounds
January,
amazing.
There was the first snow kabaddi which was held in UNB Fredericton by
So
Bangladeshi
you
students.
all are invited for the next show.
Absolutely. Let's wait for the next winter.
Yeah.
Great. So let's look at the harvest festival.
I say that the Bangladesh rural or folk culture is from the peasant society. Of course, because we depend on the agriculture and we came from the riverine land. So the harvesting is very important, and harvesting is important to any society. So this is our harvesting. At the left, you see they are doing the harvesting. The rice is our staple food, and this is from paddy to rice they are making. And at the right, the variety of menus and dishes they made out of rice.
That's delicious.
Though they are delicious.
We all have it in our festivals here in Fredericton as well.
Yeah.
Right? So now we'll just discuss about the Bangladesh and its rise from 1971, as you know.
Yeah.
Independence on that time. So Toma, now we'd like to highlight a little bit of Bangladesh from 1971 to 2018, the rise in the socioeconomic status. As you know, the screen says Bangladesh is booming, made the new Asian tiger. Bangladesh has been termed as the Asian tiger by the international authorities. And since 1975 to 2015, it was with the least developed country status. But now, from 2018, it has been marked as a low middle income country by the World Bank, and it has fulfilled all three criteria to be eligible for a developing country as per the United Nations. And they have achieved most of the MDGs well before the stipulated time frame, and the SDGs are making great progress.
That's good to know. That's why Bangladesh is calling the emerging tiger.
Yeah.
And we are emerging in so many levels of the globe.
And let's look at the famous facts, as Thomas said in the earlier, that we are famous for so many things. So these are just tidbits of a few of the things. And on the left, you can see the beautiful Cox's Bazar,
That Bay of Bengal.
the Bay of Bengal. This is the largest and longest sea beach of the world. And this is why we are famous. We are famous for the high quality ready-made garments. Bangladesh is the second largest ready-made garments producer in the world. And we have the unparalleled culinary range of heritage that she just said. We have great diversity of food variation throughout the country, and we'll definitely pleasure your taste bud for sure. And the longest unbroken beach, we have the Cox's Bazar, that's the longest sea beach in the world, and the Sundarbans, the world's biggest mangrove
Mangrove
forest,
forest, yeah.
and the southern part of the Bangladesh, and it's also home of the world famous Royal Bengal
Royal
tiger.
Bengal tiger.
And we have a beach called Kuakata, a single point to watch both the sunrise and the sunset.
That's really
Isn't that great?
splendid.
Yeah.
And one of its kind, I must say.
Yeah.
And in RMG sector, the ready-made garment sector, Bangladesh has reached the topmost. Whenever you find a tag, you just check that tag must be said made in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
I am wearing a made in Bangladesh sari. This is our traditional one, and this is absolutely hand woven.
Yep.
They just wave
Great.
all the things in hand, and now they are start to learn how to do it by machine.
Let's look at this thing, which is the peacekeeping service. Bangladesh is very famous for the United Nations peacekeeping service. You can see in the middle, I've put up a poster, which is actually a tribute to the United Nations peacekeeping service. Bangladesh is a top troop and police contributing country, started its journey with the United Nations peacekeeping in 1988.
After the Gulf Air, Gulf
having
War.
contributed 170,000 and 221 peacekeepers in 42 peacekeeping missions.
Mhm.
And you can see they've made this commemorative stamp celebrating the birth centenary of the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, who is the father of the nation of Bangladesh. So that's a great honor for the country and for the nation as well. So we are really proud to serve as the largest troop in the United Nations for peacekeeping. So now I would like to focus on the Bangladesh community, where we are now. We were started from Bay of Bengal, and now
we reach the Fundy.
we are the Fundy. So
Bay to bay.
Bay to bay. And how did it work? Bangladesh is coming to Nouveau-Brunswick and growing there as a part of the community.
Sure.
Yeah, and from sources we know that Bangladesh started coming in Nouveau-Brunswick since 1970s.
Wow.
I didn't know that. While I talked to some of the seniors, they said that reportedly a young civil engineer named Dr. Shaha, he was a young engineer at the time. He was the first Bangladeshi who came here as a postgraduate student, and he studied here, and he grew up, and he stayed here, and actually he stayed with his family, and since then Bangladeshis have come here as students,
Okay.
teachers, doctors, skilled immigrants, and
Okay.
entrepreneurs, and they made New Brunswick as their home. Currently, around 70 to 50, 75 to 80 families are living in in New Brunswick, and other than that, 60 to 70 students who are actually postgraduate and graduate students are living here for graduate and postgraduate studies. And we all are New Brunswickans, and this is our home. And we have a visible community presence here, and we.
And here, I just want to add something,
sure.
Kazi.
Sure.
I am a community interpreter, and I am a community cultural broker as well for this Fredericton community. And I'm so proud that I don't need to interpret anyone else for my community, because they are very much well with their English. They are very much good in their in spoken and written standard, as well our kids. Our kids also getting the governance award at the high school level. They are attending the math competition globally, and they are winning the top position. Our high schoolers also, one of our high school, he attended the soccer, and he is doing well. So we and our next generation are doing very well so far here. And as a cultural community broker, I have to make the bridge with among the cultures of our country and the country and the culture in Fredericton. But I'm so proud that I don't need to do that. They don't have any cultural shock. Oh, so we are diversified in by birth, and we are here. So we are connecting the Bay of Bengal with the Bay of Fundy very nicely.
Thank you, Toma. And let's focus on the some of the professional numbers. And you can see on the pie chart here, we have done a little bit of survey here within our community, and we find interesting numbers. And we see that we have a strong presence of Bangladeshi professionals in New Brunswick. physicians, our physicians, the frontliners. We salute them in this COVID-19 time, and all the time they're vibrant with 16% presence in terms of professional category in New Brunswick. Next, we have the industrial engineering and technology professionals with 11% presence, which is really great. A good job. And a good portion, let's say 8% people are in government. They're serving the our provincial government as well as banks in the financial sector. And we have a talented pool of university teachers and researchers in our community too. And we have a whooping number of 46% students in our community, which is always growing. So that is how we always say that we are all New Brunswickers and this is our home. We have a visible community presence here and we enjoy a lot. We organized the last Fall Cultural Gala in 2019 and participated in the NBEX and also the Asian Cultural Heritage.
It was so colorful.
Yeah, and we always want to be part of that. And that's why we believe that we are really, really stronger in the community and we stay at home. And we are stronger together.
Yes, we are stronger together.
And thank you very much, Multicultural Association, for inviting us for this Culture Expression Festival. And from Bangladeshi Canadian Association of New Brunswick, we thank you all. And we are here for you.
আমাদের তরফ থেকে ধন্যবাদ।
ধন্যবাদ আপনাদের সবাইকে অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ।
I hope you enjoyed the presentation. We still have presentations coming up. Please stay with us. Thank you. J'espère que vous avez aimé les présentations. On a encore plus qui suit. Restez avec nous. Merci.